Alrighty, what up, everybody? Welcome to the first race of the Premier Series here in DES at Daytona International Speedway. Please remain off the track till after driver's meeting is completed. There will be a total of 80 laps. We're going to have stage breaks at lap 15 and 35. That is 15 and 35. No fast repairs for additional set of tires. Few things to note: the only black flags that will be cleared are passing yellow due to wrecked cars or wrecking into the pits. We will not clear black flags for speeding through pits or unsafe entry or exit. During the restart, let's keep the pack tightened up. Laying back to jump the start will result in a penalty. And when taking the green flag, you must maintain in your line until you cross that stripe. After the yellow flag's out and you safely made it through any wreckage, please catch up with the pace car immediately to prevent delaying others. And when cycle through green flag stops, state over radio what your intentions are to allow others to move around you. Looking forward to kicking off the season with y'all. Good luck. Have some fun.
Good Saturday evening, DES race fans, family. Welcome to the opening race of our second season for the DES Premier Truck League. Joining us, as always, our producer, Damon O'Brien. He's going to be up here running all the switches. Got with me tonight in the booth, Jonathan. Man, how are you doing?
Doing great, Christian. Dude, got to take part in a fun legacy race and, hey, didn't finish the race, but had fun doing it, man. And now we've got the premier guys out here. These are the top-notch guys from DES. These are the guys that show us how it's done week to week.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I think we're going to have a good race here. While these guys are getting gridded, go ahead and go through this starting lineup.
Give me just a moment. I am having a little bit of a technical difficulty here.
There we go. I can start until you get that figured out. We got row one of the 5 of Brandon Hinton sitting on our pole position. On his outside is going to be the 56 of Mark Holloway. Row 2, we're going to have the 60 of Brian Souza on his outside, Max Dinda. Looking at row 3, we got the 73 of John Crosby with the 88 of Hunter Davis on his outside. Row 4, Charles Connor in that 67 and Ben Kuhn in the 40. Row 5, we got the 32 of Jonathan Geist with Tyler Walsh in the 54 on his outside. That's going to round out your top 10. Looking at your P11, the 23 of Thomas Long with Craig Nolan, that 63 machine on his outside. Row 7 is blank here. We're going to go ahead and look and see if that's going to be everybody, and that is going to be everybody. We are only going to have 12 trucks on a track tonight. Ignore me down there in P13. I'm only being scored because I went out and ran a couple laps just to see how I felt. Felt really good out there. Track temp is really cool. It's a night race here, so it should be some exciting racing.
It should be, and we've got our technical difficulties straightened out, and we're back up and ready to roll.
Yep. We are going to be going green here pretty soon. I, for one, am excited to see how this new season of Premier is going to go. We do have a couple new drivers. We have the 48 Max Dinda. He's a new driver here in the Premier League. We have seen him racing with them in the past. He has won golden tickets and, just showed that he deserves to be up here in the Premier League. So keep an eye on him and watch how he does with his rookie debut here.
Indeed, Max made a big name for himself in the Legacy Series last year. Even during the 3-week off season that we had, he was making big splashes in our fun races. Just all around a great guy and a great racer.
Absolutely, man. And pace car's off. Green flag is in the air. Here we go. Starting the first lap of Season 2, the Premier Truck Series with DES. And it looks like Brandon Hinton actually got a pretty good start. That outside line just not taking off. But these super speedways and that draft and everything, I expect that everybody's going to stay bunched up here the entire time.
Indeed. And, we noticed it in the Legacy race that upper line just did not have the speed.
Yeah, that upper line really takes a lot of, teamwork up there. In order for that whole line to run, you've got to have multiple cars. 2 cars aren't going to do it. 3 cars, maybe. But everybody's got to work together up there, just pushers pushing when they're supposed to, staying out, keeping your line. Just a lot goes into it to try and make that top line work.
Yeah, and that being said, Max and Holloway are working the top line like they need to, and actually got Holloway into first there for a moment.
Yeah, and as you see, some of these cars hobbling back and forth on that top line, and that's kind of hindering that entire line. As you see, the 56 Mark Holloway, he's now going to be door-to-door with the 60 of Brian Souza sitting in P2 there. And, you would like to see these guys get a little bit closer together and work up there and push up to the front.
Indeed. And, that's in these super speedways, those bottom corners are really where you're going to gain and build up a lot of speed.
Yeah, but so far everything seems good. Everybody's kind of just finding their place here, that outside line, kind of trying to figure it out, get it working together as we coming on the back stretch of our third lap. I mean, oh, here we go. Looks like Holloway, he got some space there, thought he was going to drop it to the bottom, but wasn't able to get it done, and now he's running in the middle 3 wide.
Yeah, it's almost like we've got a third pack that's formed in that middle line now, trying to find a way to either get back into the bottom lane or move up into that top lane.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where these guys are going to be clenching hard. You got everybody just trying to figure out where they need to go, where's going to be the best, and then you've got some 3 wide that just kind of makes for a nerve-wracking situation, but they're able to all get it and get clear and get back to running side by side.
Indeed, and Hinton still taking that first spot, Sousa behind him. Crosby in fourth, Crosby in third, Waltz in fourth, Holloway rounding out top 5.
Yeah, I don't know what you would be thinking about right now. I would be wanting to just kind of chill. Going 3 wide like that was a little sketchy, a little early. It was an unintentional 3 wide. I don't think he meant to do that. He just kind of lost momentum and wasn't able to get to the bottom. But what are your thoughts as a driver on lap 5 here?
I mean, on lap 5, it's early in the race. You still got 75 laps to go, mainly saving fuel, saving tires, and just trying to stay clean.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, you got Craig Knoll sitting in dead last back there. That it sounds a lot worse than it is. He's in a good position. He's staying to the bottom, so if anything happens, he can duck down, get out of the way, hit the infield if he has to, whatever. But he's staying close enough to where he can keep the draft and just right up there. I mean, we're starting lap 6 out of 80, so there's still plenty of racing, and that's a comfortable position to be in.
Absolutely. So I'd like to notate too, we've got one of our fellow TRN members out on the track tonight, Jonathan Geist in a number 32 car.
Yeah, see, now you see that there's only 2 cars up on that top line. That's actually not the best situation to be in right now. You have the 54 leading that top line. You have the 56 rather, running behind him. That's they're gonna be running a little bit slower than that bottom line with only 2 cars up there. So these guys need to try and get something figured out. Maybe somebody's gonna pop up in front of them on that top line. Maybe somebody's going to pop out behind them, but right now they're in a position I wouldn't want to be in.
Yeah, Waltz and Holloway are trying to, figure out a way to get down there on that low line, and there's just nowhere for them to go, and all they can do is just hold that mid line to the high line on the track, and, yeah, it's like you say, it's a slow spot to be in right now.
There we go. We got a third truck. That's the 67. He's going to pop up there and start giving that outside line a little bit of help. As you see, Mark Holloway pushing Tyler Waltz, actually bumping him on that back straight, trying to get him back up there to the front. And that's what we need to see. Is we need to see that top line develop. We need to see some guys trying to push each other, doing what they can to make something happen up there.
Yeah, and Max just jumped up to that top line and then quickly back down, but Jonathan Geist slipped up into there, and now they've got 4 kind of running that top line, and you can see that they're kind of starting to gain a little bit of ground on Hinton.
Yeah, Brandon Hinton, the number 5, he actually swapped teams. He raced for TRN last season, just a dominant season. He won a bunch of races, did really good. Finished well just about every single week. He's leading the pack up here, and he runs for Hinton Motorsports now. He started his own team. He's got a couple drivers, but nobody that's up there with him right now is a teammate. But right behind him, you have 2 beer run racers. You have the 60 of Brian Souza. You have the 73 of John Crosby. They're sitting in good positions, and they're also really good guys to drive with if you're not a teammate. These guys are not going to hesitate to help the 5 stay up in front and make sure that outside line doesn't get a run. And they're smart enough. They're going to bide their time. They're going to help each other. As you see right here, the 60 looks like he was giving the 5 a little bit of a bump draft just to keep him up there. And, just patience, biding their time, and those 2 teammates are going to work together there at the end. Coming across the start-finish line right here, that is going to start lap 11. The stage breaks are going to be at lap 15. That's going to be your first one. We will have caution come out, and these guys will go down, get fuel. We got 80 laps here, and you can only get about 35 laps on a full tank, so they are going to have to pit at each stage.
Absolutely. And another thing too to take into consideration with that is the fact that how are you going to strategize your run in between those stage breaks? If you do have to make a green flag pit, do you come in and take 2 tires? Do you take no tires and just get fuel? It's a strategy that these guys are going to have to definitely work on and figure out, what's going to be best for them in between the stage breaks.
Yeah. And to go with that, my personal strategy I would try to do out here is 80 laps at Daytona is not bad on tires at all. If you do not spin, if you do not lock up your tires, there's no reason to take tires. If these guys just come in, they need to pit here, come into the stage break. They can run that out from lap 15 to lap 30 for the end of stage 2. Go and get fuel, and that should almost run them to the end. They'll have to stop one more time between the end of stage 2 and the end of the race. But I just see these guys go in, get fuel, and come back out. I don't think anybody's going to take new tires.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would take tires either. Like you say, unless you have to lock it up and screech those tires for some reason. But, as we alluded to earlier, this is the cream of the crop for DES, and, the last race of the season that we called together from last season, these guys went from checker to checker, green flag, no incidents whatsoever. So, I think you're absolutely right. Tires is probably the least of their concerns.
Yeah, and that's why having teammates out there is really, really beneficial for you. You can talk to each other as that front car on that outside line gets a little squirrely, kind of makes a little bit of contact with the 60. But being able to communicate with people on when you're going to do a green flag pit, especially on a speedway, is huge. And we've seen these guys, most of these racers were there on Friday. On Friday, we had such good camaraderie in DES. People who weren't even on teams were communicating with each other. How much fuel do you have? When are you wanting to pit? Trying to work together, even though they race other manufacturers, other teams. And I think that last run that we're going to have here, if they aren't able to make it all the way on fuel, we're going to see the same thing happen tonight. As we come across the start-finish line for the end of stage 1, it looks like we have Brandon Hinton in first, Tyler Wallace coming in P2, Brian Souza getting that third place finish, Charles Connor in fifth. That'll round out your top 5.
Yes, and then Charles Connor in 6th, Ben Kuhn in 7th, Jonathan Geist in 8th, Max Denda in 9th, Hunter Davis in 10th, and then rounding out the field, Tyler Long in 11th, and the 63 truck of Noel in 12th.
Awesome. That's going to conclude our first stage for the Premier Truck Series here with DES iRacing Season 2 kicking off. Glad you guys are here. Stick with us. We're going to go to a quick commercial break and we'll be back with the action.
Recent studies have revealed that microplastics are being found in human testicles, raising concerns.
You can never
about the
trust these
potential impact
studies.
on male reproductive health.
Who's hungry?
That's it. Keep going.
Well, you're so lucky he's naturally buoyant and you don't have to watch him. Is it Bob?
No, he doesn't need sunscreen or anything. He just gets softer as he warms up.
Bob, you're leaking.
Bob can't play. If he gets hit, he'll dent.
Don't let plastic end up in landfills. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
What the hell was that?
That's the new commercial for plastic. We think if we humanize plastic, people won't think it's so bad.
Yeah, I don't know. It made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I just felt bad for it.
Marketing approved that?
No, we fired marketing.
I feel like it's missing action.
Yeah, maybe there could be like a chase or a shootout.
Explosions. Maybe the Matrix thing.
Maybe his plastic gets stronger as he gets older.
Maybe he gets revenge, to the people that were mean to him.
He's got a gun!
Who? Bob from marketing!
Cover me, I'll get to the side. I can't believe this is happening. Here they
Down.
come.
Get down, get down!
It's Bob from marketing.
Get down! Watch out!
Oh, hell yeah. Now that's what I'm talking about. So that whole first half was like an origin story, right?
Should we greenlight it?
Yes, but not for TV. Put it on social media where it can go viral.
All right, let's get back to work.
Recent studies have revealed that microplastics are being found in human testicles, raising concerns.
You can never
about the
trust these
potential impact
studies.
on male reproductive health.
Who's hungry?
That's it. Keep going.
Well, you're so lucky he's naturally buoyant and you don't have to watch him.
Is it Bob? No, he doesn't need sunscreen or anything. He just gets softer as he warms up.
Bob, you're leaking.
Bob can't play. If he gets hit, he'll dent.
Don't let plastic end up in landfills. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
What the hell was that?
That's the new commercial.
Welcome back, friends, fans, family. DES Racing Season 2 of the Premier Truck Series. Getting ready to go green here. So far, everything has looked pretty good, John.
Indeed, it has. It's been a very clean first stage, and hoping for some more good, clean racing to come in the second stage.
Yeah, these trucks are lined up side by side, getting ready to go green here. We did have a few takers on pit road. Nobody from the front. We are still sitting right where we were. We have the 5 Brandon Hinton starting in first. You have the 54 of Tyler Walsh. He's going to be starting on the outside. We have the 60 of Brian Souza starting in third on that inside. And then we have the 56 of Mark Holloway getting ready to go green here, and they are off.
And Hinton with a good jump. Sousa right behind him, giving him a good push. There's a little bit of a spread in that top lane. They got to tighten that pack up to get some speed built up. But the bottom line, Sousa and Crosby and Hinton just taking off and, you know, leading out in dominant force like they did at the beginning of stage 1.
Yeah, and looking here, man, these guys are still trying to make that top line work. It did, in fact, help last stage. Those guys stuck it out, stayed up there, and were relentless, refused to give up on it. And we'll see if it helps again here. We got a couple guys trying to make something happen. If the 88 can use that draft and get caught up, it's really going to help those guys.
Absolutely. And really, you know, they kind of need one more person back up there. You know, they had 4 when they were making it work in stage 1. And now you've got Max Stenda coming up behind Hunter Davis to help push that top line. So maybe they'll gain some ground on Hinton and Sousa now.
There we go. As soon as they came out of the turn, the 56 had his, look at that, has his bumper locked with the rear bumper of the 54. Just going to try and push him up there as far as he can, and that's going to benefit that whole line. The further the 56 can push the 54, the further that draft is going to just suck in the 88, which is then going to reciprocate that to the 48, and they're going to be able to make their way up there. If they keep on like this, I think we're really going to see some good stuff come out of that top line. And as I say that, the 56 gets a little squirrely and gets into the wall.
Yeah, but he did a pretty good job of holding on and maintaining and getting that bumper right back up on the back end of the 54 of Tyler Waltz. And I mean, they're just there's 6 of them up there now, or 5. There were 6. You know, but as long as they continue to hold that, you know, 4 to 5 up there, you know, they're gonna do really good.
Yeah, the only issue for that top line is gonna be the 60 was locked into the 5 the entire time on that back stretch. If they continue to do that and they continue to push and just work together down there, that top line's not going to be able to do what they need to get up to the front and get in front of that 5.
Absolutely. And I mean, you know, if you were on a track like Vegas or Richmond, Charlotte, that might work. But out here on Daytona, or if you were on something like Talladega, that top line is just not as dominant as it is on a smaller track.
And we have a wreck, big wreck on the back stretch. The 5, he goes flying. The 54, he went around. We got to go back and look at that. I'm not sure how that happened. We'll look at the 54. The 54 gets a bad push from Mark Holloway, and the 56 hits the wall and comes down, gets into the race leader.
Yeah, that was just, ooh, that was hairy.
You see right here, he gets a little on the outside and starts pushing on that right rear corner. If you're not pushing even, I mean, that's bound to happen there. And unfortunate for the race leader, the 5, Brandon Hinton, he gets a lot of damage in that. And there's no fast repair here in Premier, so I'm going to have to see these guys go down into pit road and see what kind of damage they can get fixed here. But As that's happening, we will go and take a quick commercial break and be right back with DES Premier Truck Series Season 2.
Try to make friends.
Want a Dorito? Hey everyone! The new containing out Doritos!
Doritos?
You make friends.
And there's your beautiful baby. Any day now.
Really? You're eating Doritos? He's eating Doritos on my ultrasound. Do you see what I have to deal with?
I know.
Give me that.
Okay, Jerry, once...
Hey, son of a gun! It's refreshment time!
Welcome back, everybody. John, this has been so far a pretty good race. We did have that little bit of snafu. Some of the leaders got taken out. They had to all go down pit road, get some damage repaired. We did see a lot of other people elect to go down pit road. I don't know if that's all the people that were caught up in there or if they're going to try and get some fuel. What do you think?
Honestly, it looked like the ones that decided to stay out during the stage break may have come in on that caution and got some fuel. Maybe with the fact that there was the wreck, people probably had to scrub tires, so maybe elected to get some tires and, you know, just trying to keep their car fresh and be able to keep up with the pack. One thing to note is Hinton is back out on the track. He is currently in 12th position, but if anybody can make it up, it's Brandon Hinton.
Absolutely. This is not the first time he's been in this situation. We've seen him intentionally stay in the back. We've seen him get caught up in incidences and have to get damage repair and start in the back. We've seen him go laps down even. And every single time, somehow, that man just magically is able to get back. I mean, he's just so just has such a high racing IQ. He knows how to go in, get his damage fixed. How much, like, let me go in and get so many minutes fixed. I should be able to stay in there, keep caught up a little bit, and then come back out. So he went in, got some of his damage fixed. Even if he's damaged right now and is not able to keep up with the cars in front, if he loses the draft, he's only got 5 full laps before he's got 10 laps before the stage break comes out, where he's going to be able to go in and get another free pit stop and get more damage fixed. So just watch him. He's going to hang out in the back and do exactly that. That's what I think. And then we'll see him back up in the front coming to the checkered flag later in the evening.
Absolutely. And speaking of the front, we've got Ben Kuhn pushing Hunter Davis in 1 and 2 on that bottom line. Still no development in that top line. 2 cars up there. But, I mean, this teamwork between Kuhn and Davis that's going on right now is absolutely impeccable. It's reminiscent of the 60 of Brian Sousa and Hinton and the number 5 truck. They're dominating that bottom line. I mean, honestly, at this point, I would say if you're in the top lane, try to find your way down into that bottom line and look to make moves from there.
Well, the big thing I want to say is if you look at that top line, there's only 2 of them right there next to each other, and their bumpers are locked. Those are the teammates for Beer Run Racing. That's the 60 of Brian Sousa, the 73 of John Crosby. John Crosby was the winner of the Daytona Legacy Truck race later this evening. And these 2 guys right here, this team is really good at working together and being able to maximize their team efforts. So even though they're on the line that hasn't seemed to work out all night tonight, watch what these guys are going to be able to do. They might be able to pull it off and get those 2 cars up there in the front.
Absolutely. And, right as I was saying, there's nobody up there. We had a couple more cars jump up there with Crosby and Sousa, one of them being the rookie that we mentioned earlier tonight in Max Dinda.
Oh, Ben Kuhn and the 60, they make contact. They put brush doors just a little bit. Nothing too major. Kind of slow down that top line, but they're going to be able to collect it back up, get right back into it.
Absolutely. And, I think I alluded to this at the end of the season last season with the Premier Truck race. Crosby is somebody that you just cannot count out. And with the fact that he's got Sousa right there in front of him, they're working together as a team. Both of them are very capable drivers, and they're going to be able to make something happen on that top line, as you said.
Yeah, for sure. Both of those guys are race-winning drivers. The 60 is excellent when it comes to these super speedways. He's so patient. He's so methodical. He knows when he has to make moves. He knows what types of moves to make, and that's what's gotten him a win on a super speedway. And like I said, the truck behind him, he's also a super speedway race winner. So these guys, I think that they're going to give Hunter Davis, the defending champion, a run for his money.
Absolutely.
See, they're able to get a massive run there. If they're able to maintain the same distance here on the front stretch and do that same exact thing coming to the back stretch this next time by, they might be able to get a good enough push to get both of them up to the front.
They're getting a little bit squirrely from each other, but they're keeping those bumpers locked together when they get together. Right now, we've got Hunter Davis in first, Ben Kuhn in second, Brian Sousa in third, Connor in fourth, John Crosby in fifth, Max Dinda in sixth, Craig Knoll in seventh, Jonathan Geist in eighth, Mark Holloway in ninth, Long in 10th, and then Waltz and Hinton back there working 11th and 12th. I did notice a while ago, as I was watching on a separate screen, they were working together trying to get themselves caught back up with the pack.
Yeah, I think right now their concerns isn't to get caught back up. I think their concern right now is to just maintain and make sure they don't go a lap down. We have stage break gonna be coming up here very soon. We've got 3 to go until that stage caution does come out. And as long as they can stay on the lap they're on right now, they can go down, they can pit, they get more damage repaired, get some more fuel, and then come back out and be right back with everybody in the pack and then push it from there.
Absolutely. And, I think that's the strategy right now, is just they're working together trying to stay on the lead lap.
See that top line with those 2 drivers, they're trying to make something happen there. I mean, coming to the turn 3 on the backstretch, the 60 was actually in front of the 88. So if they can keep doing that, they might be able to make that pass work with only 2 laps to go here.
Indeed, and Jonathan Geist moving up to that top line, trying to work off with Crosby and Sousa and get a little bit of advantage on that top line now.
I don't know if they're going to be able to. They're going to be coming to the start-finish line here in just a second, coming into turn 3, and that caution flag should be coming out this time. So they really, really needed to have more people up there to get that top line to work out. And now it seems like it's actually going to push them. Brian Sousa is all the way back into 4th position. I was wrong on the lap count. That is my bad. They do have 1 more lap. It will be caution coming out this time by. Let's see what they can get done here.
That bottom line still just is staying extremely fast.
Yeah, and that caution flag is actually not going to come out until that 10th car passes the start-finish line, and the car in P10 is about 8 seconds behind. So they're going to be pushing it for a while here before that caution comes out. Oh, it's the 6th place car, not the 10th place car. We are good there. It does look like our running order coming to the caution flag is going to be the 88 Hunter Davis getting the maximum amount of points, followed by Ben Kuhn, Charles Connor, Brian Sousa, John Crosby rounding out your top 5, followed by Jonathan Geist, Craig Knoll, Thomas Long, Mark Holloway, Max Dinda, all getting stage points. Man, it's been pretty good race out there so far.
It has. It's been a very clean race, other than the one little incident. But it's just one of those things. In racing, it happens. People get squirrely, and when they do, incidents happen. People get hit. People hit the wall. People run into each other. But I honestly, I don't think it could have happened to anybody more capable than Hinton, because he's going to be resilient. He's going to get himself in the pits, get his further repairs done, get back out, and being able to stay on the lead lap the way that he did. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good work by him staying on the lead lap. This pace car is now making its way by the drivers. While these guys decide if they're going to go down pit road, as I expect a lot of them will, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with the premiere action here with DESi Racing.
Ship my pants? Right here? Ship my pants? You're kidding.
You can ship your pants right here.
You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow. I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad.
I just shipped my pants, and it's very convenient.
Very convenient.
I just shipped my drawers.
I just shipped my nightie.
I just shipped my bed.
If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it at Kmart.com right now and ship it to you for free.
This looks great. This must be yours. I found it on the kitchen table.
Thanks.
Mommy, have you seen my hamster?
Well, isn't he asleep in his cage?
Have you seen my hamster then?
No.
But honey, go upstairs and look thoroughly. I'm sure. Probably behind the bed, like where you found him last time.
Okay.
Anybody home? In here. Whoa, Jenny, is your sister home?
No. But I'm here.
Congratulations. You passed the test.
A test?
I put my sister up to it.
Oh, Jake, you do love me.
Welcome back to the Premier Truck Series with DESi Racing. Make sure to check us out. Go to DESiRacing.com. Check us out on Facebook, on YouTube. If you guys are watching, we appreciate it, but that also means you love our content. So go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell. It'll let you know every time we are going live. If you follow the Facebook page, it'll tell you when we have races starting. We are about to go green here. Lights are off on the pace car. It's dropping down to pit road. This will be on the leader, the 40 Ben Kuhn. Here comes the green flag. They are going to go ahead and get started. Everything's looking good so far. Let's see what these guys do, how they get packed up, and what line people are going to choose. See the 73, he's going to drop low, go to that preferred bottom line. He's going to leave the 67 out there, kind of hanging him out to dry. He's not going to have anybody helping him for a minute until the 60 catches up there. But I suspect once the 60 catches up, he's going to try and get behind his teammate unless the 67 takes it from him like he did there.
So I noticed that we've got a little bit of a lead swap. Kuhn took the lead, and Hunter Davis is now behind him. I wonder, Christian, if Hinton was able to get all of his damage repaired. It looks like he is able to stay a little bit closer up with the pack now. So hoping maybe he did, and we should see him start looking to make a move to get back up towards the front of that pack.
Yeah, he definitely spent a lot of time down there. I think that he did get a bunch more damage repaired. I'm not sure if he got all of it repaired, but like you said, he's staying caught up with the pack. He's not falling behind like he was earlier, so I feel like he must have gotten most of it worked on. The other thing is, I mean, we do have another pit stop required for these guys to make it. So as long as he doesn't go a lap down again and just wait and hope for another caution to come out, he should be good.
And we've got a leader change. Mark Holloway is now in the first place. Ben Kuhn pushing him. Hunter Davis in third. Brian Sousa in fourth. And Max Dinda was in fifth. Just got passed by John Crosby.
And that is so nice to see. I know the 56 has been trying since the beginning to try and get pushed up there to where he could drop low. As soon as he had room, he dropped down in front of the 40, finally secured that first place position. And you would think he has a lot of relief lifted off of him, but he's not out of the woods yet. We've got about 38 laps to go. He's going to have to maintain that first place position and hold on to it the rest of the race if he wants to win. And I got to remind you that they can only go about 35 laps on fuel. So even if they stopped right now to get more fuel, they still wouldn't have enough to finish the race, especially the driver in the front, the 56 of Mark Holloway. Having nobody to draft in front of him, he's burning more fuel than everybody else. He's also going to be one of the only drivers that's going to be completely flat out in the throttle the entire time. These other guys are going to be lifting. The 88 might even be running 3/4 throttle the entire time. And as he goes up, he kind of gets a little squirrely, and the 40 was able to maintain his run and take back that position. What a big mistake there for the 56 Mark Holloway, giving up that gap. Look, he looks like he's going to go for it again here. He has the room. Is he going to be able to secure that? There he goes. He's dropping to the bottom. He takes it back. But now he's got to worry about the 67 getting a huge push on the in the turn coming out of turn 3 from the 48. The 48, he's going to stay in it. He's going to try and push that 56 and get him back up there.
Yeah, because he knows if he can get the 56 up there the 67 up there, and they stay working together, they could push each other to where they can both drop down to that bottom line, putting them in first and second.
I mean, absolutely doing the same exact thing that the 67 just did for Mark Holloway. I mean, they pushed him up twice now to get into the lead. If the 48 can do it, the 68 can get caught back up and get up there. The only thing is he going to drop down as soon as he's clear? Or if the 48 pushes him up there, is he going to, kind of a nod of respect, wait until the 48's clear so they can both drop down?
They're going to have to get a little bit tighter bumper to bumper, but it looks like they've got that locked in now in the straightaway. So coming into turns 3 and 4, are they going to be able to hold that and make that push around? But that's where it falls. It looks like, once they get in those corners, they kind of start to fall back, and they're falling back a little too much to be able to push back up once they hit the straightaways. So they're going to have to get a little bit tighter bumper to bumper in the corners to be able to push through and carry that momentum into the straight.
We want to go ahead and give a shout out to all the people that are viewing this race. It means a lot to us that you guys come in here, you sit here and watch the race. Even if you're lurking, the view is appreciated. Love it when you guys come in. Go ahead and shout out who your favorite driver is. Give us some comments. When we see the comments and stuff, we can talk with you guys and get your thoughts on the race and just have fun and make conversation.
Indeed, and that being said, Max Denda's father is in the is in the chat talking, and he alluded to the fact that number 5 and 54 can both do it, stating that in the last race, legacy race, he was damaged until under 10 to go. And he's absolutely right. Hinton is one that can absolutely, strategize, get the right strategy, get the right game plan, and get back up there and make
correct. The 48. Sorry to cut you off there. The 48 gets into the 40. Not sure what happened. The 88 still unable to get slowed down as that car comes in front of him. Carnage. There's going to be a lot of damage. We'll go back, look at a replay, see exactly what happened here. I know that the 40, the 48, the 88, all of those were involved in it. Taking a look here following the 88. Oh, it looks like that's just a weird bobble. Not really sure what happened. I think the 48 trying to stay behind the 67. 67 bobbles just a little bit. And 48, 88 make contact right there. Yep. He just gets the 48 loose, sends him to the outside wall, takes the 40 with him. Little picnic to the infield there. Yep.
Yeah, the 48 bumped into the 88, and then the front corner got binged back around into the 40.
That's super unfortunate, but we got a lot of time now coming to lap 49. These guys are gonna go down pit road, get some more repairs done. That should push them out to where this could be the last fuel stop. Oh, you see the 23, he hit that inside wall a ton. He's gonna have a lot of damage to go get fixed on that. That was a massive hit. But as we see, some of these cars, they're gonna go pit, get some damage fixed. That's exactly what the 5 was hoping for. He's able to come down, get more damage repaired, gonna get topped off on Sunoco Racing Fuel and get back out there, and now we should see him work his way up to the front. But as that's happening, we are going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with this thrilling action with Premier Trucks DSi Racing.
Mom, can I have a popsicle?
No, honey, you'll spoil your.
Hey parents, tired of those out-of-control kids? Throwing embarrassing tantrums wherever they go. At the grocery store, on the playground, even at the dinner table. You've had it with parenting, but wait, there is a solution. Introducing Nap Time, the latest, most effective tool for child tantrum prevention. It's simple. Just douse a rag with our patented Sleepy Time formula, place it over your child's cry hole, press and hold gently for 8 to 12 seconds, and presto, no more tantrum.
I was beginning to think adoption was the only way out. Then a friend of mine introduced me to Nap Time. It's never been so quiet around here.
The secret lies in Naptime's revolutionary fast-to-sleep formula. Developed by military-trained scientist doctors from NASA, Naptime's powerful molecules rush to the child's brain on contact, gently inducing instant tranquility.
This is chloroform.
Already put those wallet-draining crap factories out on the street? That's okay. Naptime works in any situation. On the golf course. An awkward blind date.
I had a really good time tonight.
It even works on pets.
After we had our first child here, we regretted it almost immediately.
We didn't know that she'd cry so much.
Talk about defective. But thanks to Nap Time, our little Samantha here hasn't made a noise in weeks. I keep her in a shoebox.
Call now and we'll send you your very own 24-ounce bottle of Naptime solution for only 23 easy payments of $1.99. But wait, there's more. Act quickly and you'll also receive the all-new Dream Sack absolutely free. It's compact and portable for those on-the-go tantrums. Just cover it, tighten it, and forget about it. It's that simple.
We can't breathe good.
So if this looks familiar...
I feel pregnant.
Then don't wait! Order today and join the millions of Americans who just can't stop saying...
Thanks, Nap Time.
Thanks, Nap Time.
Thanks, Nap Time.
Nap Time! When they just won't shut up. Nap Time is not legal in the following states.
Are we getting home then? You can drive, Dave. Come on, Dave. Take one for the team, buddy.
Don't let weed and alcohol influence your decision to drive.
Yeah, I need a ride.
Is there anyone out there who still isn't clear about what doing drugs does? Okay, last time. This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Hey, Lindsay? I wish you didn't smoke weed. You're not the same when you smoke. And I miss my friend. I'll be outside.
Welcome back to the Premier Series Truck Racing here with DSi Racing. Our first race of Season 2 for Premier. Some exciting racing going on. A lot of guys did go into the pits to get damage fixed. Looking in the comments, Dylan Hinton, that's the son of the number 5, Brandon Hinton, my personal favorite driver. It says that he still had 5 minutes of repairs left coming down to pit road. So he could have gotten potentially 3, almost 4 minutes of repairs done. I don't know if he's going to be able to get all of it done and stay on the lead lap, but he is back out there and he's sitting in 8th place. So keep an eye on him because he's not out of this thing yet.
Absolutely. And, Jeff alluded to that, he said, we're still in this thing. So, yeah, he's definitely one to watch out for. I'm glad to see Jonathan Geist getting a little time up there on lead lap. See if he can hold on to it when we go back green here in just a moment. But 51 laps down out of 80, so less than 30 laps to go in this race.
Yeah, less than 30 laps to go in this race. Jonathan Geist, he is in the lead, but he is sitting on 15 laps since his last pit. He's only going to have about 20 laps of fuel left to go. I bet he's banking on a caution coming out so he can make it.
Absolutely, and he gets a good jump on that bottom line. Number 60 of Brian Sousa behind him, Mark Holloway in number 3, John Crosby number 4, Hunter Davis rounding out the top 5.
And right here, we got teammates looking like they are in a good position. The 60 and the 73 Beer Run Racing's own out there, making a name for themselves in the Premier Series, bringing home some glory for Beer Run by running the way that they run. These guys are going to be up towards the front now, and they're going to be somebody to watch out for because they're in a good position to work together and take this win.
Absolutely, they are. And that Geist has got to be very happy to have them pushing him instead of working that top line against him.
Yeah, I think we got a solid bottom line going. But then again, we do have 3 really good drivers right there next to each other on that top line, with Brandon Hinton trying to come up the rear and get caught up. He's going to drop low, get a little bit of draft, but watch him. He'll go up to that top line as soon as he can to try and maximize position.
Indeed. And on that, I am going to have to step away for just a moment.
Absolutely. We got it. We're going to keep checking out this awesome action as these guys are fighting to try and get what position they can. It does get hard. You do get gridlock sometimes. You just have to be able to catch what you can. Right now, the 56 probably going to drop low here pretty soon. It wouldn't be a bad idea for the 88 to jump up to that outside line and try to get a run and make a little bit more position for himself. Yeah, we just seen right there the 67. He's trying to push the 56 up there to try and get them into the lead. And as you see, Mark Holloway, he blinked a little bit. His car disappeared, and that's got to be nerve-wracking when you're full throttle on track out here and the car in front of you disappears. They could reappear right on top of your hood. It can get scary, so luckily nothing happened there, but we'll keep an eye on that, see if that persists as the 67 is trying to make something happen and get him pushed up there. These guys all just kind of maintaining their line, driving around. Not much going on here, but that outside line, I mean, they're trying so hard to get that run on these guys. 56 is clear. He could take that right now if he wanted to. It's too late now that they're coming out of turn 4, the 32. He's going to have a little bit of a nose in there. But if that 56 is cleared like he is, he needs to drop down to exactly what he needed to do to secure that lead. And that's going to be comfortable for him, knowing that there's only 2 cars up there. I don't know if they're going to be able to work together enough to get either of them up there in front of Holloway. But we'll see what happens here. .56 getting a little squirrely there in front of Jonathan. Guys, Jonathan not letting up, though. Looks like he stayed right there behind him, was able to make sure that he wasn't on the left or right of him when he got squirrely, and then stayed in the throttle so that way he could lock back up with that bumper. And they're doing everything they can to keep that bottom line running faster. Yeah, that top line is just crumbling. That 67 now doesn't have enough room to even drop down to the bottom line to try and make it work. But I don't think he really would want to in this instance. You know, he's got a driver behind him that's been working well together. But he just abandoned him and took that spot in front of the 60 of Brian Souza. 67, he's now going to drop down low, hits the apron, about loses it. But now we're just to... one line here, gonna be a single file racing. Let's see what happens. Lap 58 in the book, starting lap 59 of 80. One more to go, and then we have 20 left. Got a lap car here, the 48. Thought he was going to drop down to the apron, but it looks like he just stayed there on the bottom. Everybody's going to have to go high to go around him. Let's hope everybody's able to clear him there. And it looks like everybody does. We are still green. No incidents with that lap car. Still single file. You guys are just going to stay here and ride it out and wait till the end, I think. So we're sitting here, single file, everybody just showing patience, showing why they deserve to be here in the Premier Series. Nobody's doing anything crazy. Nobody's making any aggressive moves. They're all just kind of hanging out. They know that they got 20 laps left. They are all going to end up having to pit at some time, I do believe. Maybe, maybe not. They should all be able to make it, except for the guy sitting in P2, Jonathan Guy, sitting on 25 laps since his last pit stop. I don't know if he's going to have the fuel to go all the way to the end. I think this is just a testament to the skill and IQ of these drivers, you know, especially when it comes to the patience. You have to be patient, but more than being patient, you have to know when to be patient. These guys, I mean, like, they know that right now they don't have to do anything. They just need to try and stay single file here, not make any mistakes, not do anything crazy, stay in the pack, and go. They're gonna be just chilling here. Not much gonna happen. And as the leader, he's calling out saying that he's gonna have to pit again. He does not have enough fuel to make it all the way to the end. looking like we have a lot of people going to do green flag pit stops. Some guys are able to get in there better than others. You know, it's hard to do, especially on a super speedway, to get in the pits when you have everybody around you. So a lot of these guys called out that they're pitting and were able to make it down there safely. They're all going to go get some fuel. I don't think anybody's going to get tires. We do have a small pack still on the track. They elected not to come out or go into the pits. So let's see what these guys do here. Race off pit road. It does look like the 56 of Mark Holloway. He's going to be the first one out of the pits, followed by the 88 and then the 32. Or sorry, the 63 and then the 67. I mean, these guys, quick pit stops, get in, get fuel, get back out. And luckily, there's multiples of them. You don't want to be caught being the only car coming out of pits. You just won't have a drafting partner and you're going to be way slow. So this is exciting and going to be fun to see how this is going to play out with this green flag pit stop. Ten laps left here with the opening race of Season 2 of Premier Trucks, with Daytona happening, Super Speedway, lots of fun, fast action. Got 10 laps to go, and we have two different packs going on. Looking here, Brian Souza, he is currently in the lead. He is leading that front pack. They have not pitted yet, and they are, I mean, they're losing to that pack behind, but there's two whole separate packs. This pack here, you see being led by the 56 Mark Holloway. They've already pitted. They're going to be able to make it to the very end of this race on the fuel that they have. That first pack, I don't think they're going to, but I mean, they're separated by a ton. Looking at Mark Holloway's time, he has 16 seconds between him and the last car of the lead pack. That's going to be enough time to where when those guys come down to get fuel, this lead pack's going to end up passing them. Just in that one lap, 3 seconds were gained between the 56, the leader of that second pack, and the 54, Tyler Waltz, the end car in that front pack. I mean, just since I've been talking, they've already gained a second. So that second pack being much larger, fresh fuel, they're pushing as fast as they can, trying to catch up. And I think that they're going to be able to do it before the end of this race. Under 10 seconds between that 56 truck and that 54 in the two packs. I mean, I think they're going to be able to catch him within the next 2 laps. Before we hit lap 76, I think you're going to have those guys back up there with them. But passing them is going to be a different story. Once they get up there and that bigger or that smaller pack in the front gets all that draft from that bigger pack catching up, they're all going to be moving about the same pace. There's still the question and concern, though, about these guys having enough fuel. If they're going to make it, they're on 24 laps. They should only be able to make it about 35, which might give them enough fuel. They're sitting 24 laps. There's 5 laps to go. They might make it. Yeah, I mean, these guys, there's only 2 seconds between there's about 4 seconds between the last car of that lead pack and the front car of that second pack, Mark Holloway. They're gaining about 3 seconds per lap. There's 5 to go this time. Jeff, I think that second pack's going to catch up.
Yeah, absolutely. And, that question I asked you in chat, I mean, I think that first pack, with the exception of Brian, who's out in the lead, I mean, I think they're really just trying to save, and maybe they can push it with 1 or 2 to go when these guys get, within a half a second. So I'm really curious. I mean, Brandon, John, if they have it, they may have enough to make it.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, they've been going about 3 seconds slower per lap. They might not be in it as much as that second pack is, and they could possibly have conserved enough to make it to the end here.
Yeah, and as we're, they're like going to be a second behind when this comes across, and we'll just see if now that John's leading, Brian dropped in the back. He's probably really running tight on fuel. if they can pick it up right now, I mean, we're right there, right? Let's see if they can do it.
Look at the second pack, that full head of steam. The 73, he's going to jump up
he's
to
blocking.
the top. Oh,
no.
The 56, he's just going to push it 3 wide. No checkup necessary. Let's just go in and take everybody out. That's unfortunate.
Oh, I mean, just
caution is going to come out. Wow.
Yeah, and for any of these guys who are pushing it, within a lap down, maybe 0 laps left to the finish. I mean, they're going to come in and top off, and this is going to be a shootout.
Let's go back and look at this replay. See exactly what happened here.
I mean, they had so much speed; it just looked like an unfortunate block situation. But yeah, let's just check this out. And I apologize, Damon didn't get to control my sound, so I'll talk a little quieter.
Let's look at the rear chase of the 73. He comes up high, throws a block. I mean, he threw a block really early. It wasn't last second, but I mean, those guys on the top line had just such a head of steam that if you watch, they're catching up. Here they come. They go up high. He throws a block. I mean, there's still 3-4 car lengths in between them before he threw that block. And then the 76 just throws it down, tries to go 3 wide and gets into the 5 and upsets his own car.
Yeah, and the problem for the 56, Mark Holloway, I mean, he had so much speed. He had no choice, right? He had to try to shoot the gap to get between. Because if he checks up at all, he's going to get run over by the guys behind him, at this point. Wow, I mean, a couple of the guys got some damage. I mean, nothing terminal, but, it's definitely going to slow them down. They're going to need some repairs here. The guys that need gas are definitely going to get it, for sure. But, we're going to have 10 cars on the lead lap here for the finish. It should be pretty exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys are going to go down. They're going to get some fuel, get right back out there. Not going to be very long. They are going to be at the end of the field, but it's a small field. It's possible for them to get up there. They're just going to have to be aggressive with it. But we're going to go ahead and go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Thank you, Agent State Farm.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cut. Hey, Arnold, I'm hearing neighbor. It's neighbor.
That's what I said. Neighbor.
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 Hey, let's go again.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cut.
Now what?
It's neighbor.
Neighbor.
Cut.
Neighbor. Yeah, neighbor. Just like it's written on the paper. This lady is in labor.
Cut.
Look at this. This is labor. Like a good neighbor. That was the sheep. And you know it.
It's like you're cold. Brr.
Yeah, I'm cold. Bah. Neighbor.
Still no.
Like a good neighbor.
Cut.
Burr. Bah. Burr. Bah. Burr. Bah.
Neighbor.
Neighbor. Burr. Bah.
Burr.
Bah. Get me under this chopper.
It's pronounced chopper.
Don't.
It is.
Neighbor. A little bit more concealer.
Hey, Arnold. It's got a bit of a script change.
Script change.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back to DES Premier Truck League. We are currently 3 laps to go. This is going to be the first of 2 green-white checkers. Got the 88. He does have a little bit of damage, but he's going to be leading the field. We got Charles Connor, 67, going to be on his outside. These guys are going to be, you know, pushing it tooth and nail, fighting for what they can get. We're only going to have 2 laps to go when we go green here. So how do you see this this race ending?
You know, it's really hard to tell at this point. I mean, you got a good group of guys that are all up there in the top 6, we'll say. I like Hunter Davis. He's a very good racer. You know, I think he's got what it takes to take it. You know, he's won several races last season, and yeah, as long as he gets a good jump and fends off that top line, I think he's got it in the bag. As long as he can stay clean. And I mean, these are the premier guys. You know, it's very few cautions that we see with these guys on the track. So I'm gonna have to say my money's on Davis.
Yep, here we go. Pace car is going to be coming down pit road, hopefully for the last time tonight. The 63 is going to be in a great position to get himself a win. I know the 88, Hunter Davis, he does have damage. If the 63 stays down low, stays in the back bumper of the 88, and waits until the right opportunity, he's going to be able to slingshot himself around to the outside and, I mean, see what happens. He's in the position I would want to be in. Make sure that you stay in it. Stay in the back of the 88, push him as hard as you can, and make sure there's room between you and, oh, getting a little squirrely down there. The 67, he's going to drop in front. The 56 clears himself off the 88. Caution flag is going to come out. That is unfortunate. The 56 just comes down, clears himself off the 88. We're going to have to go back, look at the replay, see what actually caused that. But we are going to have one more green-white checkered. Watching the replay here, starting from the green flag. These guys, they started off a little bit squirrely there. The 48 might have even changed lanes a little early. We'll have to look at that later. But watching up in the front, the 88, he had plenty of room. He was running good. That top line, just trying to get something going. See what happens here with the 56. I'm not sure what... Oh, 56 just... I mean, I think he was trying to follow 67.
Yeah,
and
it looked like
just wasn't clear.
made that drop down in front of 88. And when he did, the 56 tried to follow and was a little bit too close and got into the 88. And, of course, then mass mayhem ensued after that.
Yeah, right there. He's 56. I mean, he's even riding on the driver's side of his truck, trying to complete that turn. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You see him get up, a couple other cars. John Crosby, he ends up getting hit. And he just does a Tony Hawk freestyle wall ride, comes down, then ends up doing a little bit of rolling there. Don't know
Like
how
he
much.
did a kickflip.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was a pretty remarkable display of gymnastics by the 56 truck. But these guys, they're going to come down pit road. Some guys probably going to get some damage fixed, but got a new leader, the 67, Charles Connor. We will be going green here in about 3 laps. We'll be right back with you. We'll go take a quick commercial break and be back with the action here.
First, they're sour. Then they're sweet. Sour Patch Kids. Sour, sweet, gone. First, they're sour. Then they're sweet.
That's amazing.
Sour Patch. Sour, sweet, gone.
First, they're sour. Then they're sweet. Sour Patch Kids. Sour, sweet, gone.
What? Wait! First, they're sour. Then they're sweet.
For me?
Sour Patch Kids. Sour, sweet, gone.
First, they're sour. Then they're sweet. Sour Patch Kids. Sour, sweet, gone.
Come on, guys, knock it off.
First, they're sour.
I'm trying to practice here, guys.
Then they're sweet.
I love you too, Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids. Sour, sweet, gone.
First, they're sour. Then they're sweet.
This is delicious.
Sour Patch Kids. Sour, sweet, gone.
First, they're sour. Then they're sweet.
Aw, thanks, guys. Think I'll call him Travis. Sour Patch Kids. Sour, sweet, gone. First, they're sour. Then they're sweet.
Nice. Now I only get one lecture.
Do you have any idea what time it is?
Sour Patch Kids. Sour, sweet, gone. First, they're sour. Come on! Then they're sweet. Oh, that's cool. Sour Patch Kids. Sour, sweet, gone. First, they're sour. Then they're sweet. Oh, thanks. Sour Patch Kids. Sour, sweet, gone.
Who's number 4?
Number 4, step forward.
First, they're sour. Then they're sweet.
Oh.
Sour Patch Kids. Sour, sweet, gone. First, they're sour. Then they're sweet.
Welcome back. Welcome back. This is going to be our last attempt at a green-white checker. We are going to have 2 to go coming to the start-finish line. The pace car is about to drop down. John, I mean, it's been an eventful night so far. What are your predictions coming here to our last green-white checkered attempt?
You can't count out Tyler Waltz.
Absolutely. I mean, he's been kind of limping it around there for a little bit, but a driver of his caliber, you just can't, say that he doesn't have a chance. He's just kind of got a bad start there, but 67 also, not sure what happened. 88 pushing the 54 up there to the front. 54, it's in his best interest to just stay up there and let that 88 continue to push him, but instead he decides to just go ahead and cut it down low and claim that top spot. But there he goes, getting turned. Man, that's unfortunate. Big wreck on the back stretch. 88, Hunter Davis, he's still going to be in the lead. Caution is going to come out, but that should end the race. We have no more green-white checkers, so let's see here exactly what happened.
We are on the final lap now. Hunter Davis is still in first. Crosby is behind him. So who's behind that? And now the pace car's coming out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see how this is gonna play out. That should have been our last green-white checkered, which means since a caution came out, we should finish this time by under caution. We might not though. We're gonna have to just wait and see what happens when these guys cross by the start-finish line. But I do believe that this race is gonna finish under caution.
Yep, that's what it would seem like. And if it does, it's going to be Hunter Davis with the win.
It'll be Hunter Davis followed by John Crosby and Brian Souza for your top three. Craig Knoll is going to be in P4. Mark Holloway going to be sitting in fifth. At rounding out your top five, I do believe that is how this cookie's going to crumble. Looking at these guys, they're about to go across the start-finish line. It is checkered flag in the air. We have a there's the checkered flag. You are going to have the winner being Hunter Davis with John Crosby in third, Brian Sousa in fourth, Craig Knoll in fourth, Mark Holloway sitting in fifth, Ben Kuhn, Charles Connor, Brandon Hinton, Tyler Waltz, Jonathan Geist is going to round out your top 10, followed by Max Dinda in 11th and Thomas Long in 12th. Let's go back. We have somebody asking for the replay. Is it possible for us to go back and look at the replay, see how that played out, bringing us to this caution? These guys, here they go. They're getting ready to go green. See right here, this is where the 88, he pushes the 54 all the way up to the top. 54 is going to drop low, but he's running a little bit slower. These guys getting a little bit squirrely. The 54, he comes up. He's coming up, and then he tries to go back down and just cleared himself off the 56, and that kind of just started a chain reaction with people checking up and stuff. And that's unfortunate, and that's what brought out the caution that ended the race. Here we got our third place finisher. It is going to be the 60 of Brian Souza, Beer Run Racing's own. Man, congratulations getting third place in the opening race of the second season of Premier. Man, walk us through what your strategy was coming in versus how it was when you finished, because you guys did pit late there and it seemed to work out.
Yeah, we thought we were good on fuel, and then when all the TRN guys came in, we thought, yeah, we'll be fine. We'll just go ahead and let off a bit, and yeah, they just were able to catch us. I was leading that line, and so I burned up more. So then I had to let John go by along with Brandon, and then, well, that caution ensued, which I guess worked out for me because I was able to come in and top off again. And yeah, most of it was just try to stay clean. My last strategy at the bottom was just to stay on the bottom, and somehow was able to manage to drive through all that chaos that ensued on that last green white checker, but got a podium and I'll take it.
Absolutely. You finished with some of the lowest incident points out there, so you stayed clean compared to everybody else. Was that difficult for you going out there with all the stuff that was going on? Was it just the patience that did it for you, or were you just kind of in the right place to avoid all of it?
I don't know if I was just in the right place. I just got lucky a couple of times. I know I've seen cars sliding across in front of me and behind me, and I know on one of them, when it started to happen and I saw it, I just hit the brakes, turned left, and kind of dirt tracked it through the grass, and just to try to avoid and not catch any more damage, and hopefully was able to stay out while everybody else might have had to pit. So that worked out.
Yeah, it worked out in your favor. You know, you're able to go in on that last caution and get some fuel, come back out. You came back out towards the back, but you're able to, secure a third place finish. So that's awesome. Week one of the new season. Do you have any strategies going forward and looking at the schedule?
Too much. Yeah, just try to keep it clean. Try to get stage points this season. Last season, I tried to be super conservative and just try to hang in the back and not get collected. But yeah, came up I think 4 points short of the playoffs. So yeah, those stage points definitely will help. So that's my strategy going forward, is to try to grab up some of those along the way.
Perfect. Sounds like a good plan, man. Well, congratulations on your third place finish tonight. What a way to start the season, man. We'll get you out of here, man. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Appreciate you guys. Thanks.
Coming in is our second place finisher. Man, what a wild race.
Exactly. It's exactly what I said.
You know, you guys were running really good there. You had a little bit of a fuel scare. I feel that second pack was catching you guys awfully quick. And then there's a little bit of what seems like is going to be a controversial block that led to an incident there. Just walk me through in your eyes on what happened there.
So I was pushing Brian there for a while. He wasn't gonna make it on fuel, so he let me go by him. And I was good on fuel by a lap. I saw them coming, and Brian's like, yeah, well, here they come. So I move up, and it was probably too late. And then I started to move down. I'm watching the replay right now, and I started to move down, which I shouldn't have. I didn't realize I was doing it. So I definitely apologize for that. That was on me. I probably shouldn't have done it, but I just had to do what I had to do. I was good on fuel, and I was like, well, here we go. Got to do something. So, but I apologize to everybody that was wrapped up in that, and Mark there. But just trying to do what I had to do.
Well, man, that was a heck of a display of racing. I mean, coming in, did you have a strategy? I mean, I seen that you worked with your teammate with Beer Run Racing, Brian, who finished in third. What was your ideas and thoughts coming into this race?
After the Legacy race, I had some confidence, but just never underestimate anybody in here. So you can't really have a strategy here. I mean, you can, but everything's just gonna flip upside down. So it was just trying my best, trying to get track position, and not do what I did with Mark Holloway and all them. So I kind of feel bad, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's just one of those incidents. I mean, it happened. We're going to have to move on. We got another good race starting next week. First race of the season. A lot can happen between now and the end. But, you won the Legacy race tonight. Coming into the Premier race, is that something different that you think about on what you did in the Legacy race versus how you're going to have to do it in the Premier race that follows?
Well, in the Legacy, I think it's a little bit more predictable. Here, just the competitions. It's the Premier. It's Premier. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's a hard thing to. I don't know. When I'm in Legacy, it's just trying my best. I don't need to win, but it's just trying to get the win. Here, yeah, Christian, I don't know how to. I don't know.
Yeah, I get it, man. You won the legacy race tonight, and you finished in second tonight. So whatever it is you're doing, man, keep it up. It's nice to see you representing for Beer Run and coming up here into the booth, man. But other than that, man, congratulations on P2. We'll get you out of here, and
Hey,
appreciate
I'd rather
you.
be lucky than good sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes that's all we have, right?
Right, especially
I do
here.
have a quick question for you, Crosby. I noticed you and Brian were running together in the High Line and having success where nobody else was able to do it. How were y'all able to manage that kind of success on the High Line with just two of you when it was taking packs of 4 and 5 to have the same effect?
Well, it's funny you say that because I was just talking to Hunter in the lobby, and I don't know what it is with Brian and I, but we just mesh really well. And I think we have the same, thoughts when it comes to this stuff. So we just have really good chemistry. So he's fantastic. But I'll give the credit to him.
Right on. Well, congratulations on second for the first race of the season 2.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
All right, John, joining us now, we have the winner of tonight's race, the 88, Hunter Davis. Man, go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how I pulled it off. That was a very rough start for me. I was involved in one of the earlier accidents, and I racked up about 8 minutes of damage. So I was kind of ticking it off, and I got collected in a couple of those later incidents. So I'm not really for sure how much I finished with, but I'm guessing it was probably around 6 to 8 minutes worth of damage.
Yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Knowing you had as much damage as you had, coming to that last green flag, seeing you up front, I didn't have you pegged for winning this. I figured your damage was going to hinder you. Some of those other guys were going to get a run and be able to take it from you there at the last second. What was your thoughts knowing you had that damage? You were the first car, P1, and all these other cars were going to be fighting you for that win.
I mean, to be honest, I didn't want to be leading a line, but at the same time, going green, white, checkered, I'm not going to risk the track position in pit, so I'll work with what I got. So I stayed out, and I didn't really want to be leading the line. I would have liked to have been behind somebody because my car could hold a draft really well. I just couldn't really lead due to all the damage. So ultimately, man, I restarted that last restart right there behind Tyler, which I was happy with. The inside line had a slight checkup once the green checked out. I think the leader may have pulled too big of a gap. And so me and Tyler got a pretty big run on the outside. I had my teammate Ben right behind me. We pulled that run, and once Tyler committed to the bottom, it was kind of make or break time.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously worked out. You had teammates running with you, pushing you along pretty much the entirety of the race. Is that something that you think can make the race better if it's a teammate versus if it's somebody not on your team? Or do you think that, going through, people are more willing to work together to get the best result versus worrying about if it's a teammate or not?
I mean, I think that people are obviously going to be more willing to work with their teammates, but I mean, all in all, we're all kind of racing out there for the win, so everybody's racing for themselves. So, I will 100% help a teammate and push a teammate to the win. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to race him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. Jonathan, that race was full of a lot of surprises. Do you have any questions for Hunter?
I don't know that I really got any questions for Hunter. I do want to say congratulations to Hunter on the win and the first premier race of the season. Good to see you make it through. When we had the first green white checker, you were in first and for the restart. And I said, as long as it goes green the rest of the way, I give the win to Hunter. And then when we had the second incident and you fell back, I'm like, well, maybe not. And you still wound up with it. So congratulations.
I lucked out there at the end with that caution. I think if it would have stayed green all the way around, it would have been a completely different story, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. It was awesome to see that happening. Last thing before we get you out of here, a little bit of a controversial block that happened, bringing us to our first green-white checker, the 73. You guys had a huge run. He goes up to the top, creates that incident that happened. We talked to him about it, and he said, yeah, that was on me. I think I blocked a little too late, and he apologized for it. But having that big of a run, what were you expecting anything to happen once you caught that lead pack, or did that kind of catch you guys all by surprise?
To be honest, that caught me a little bit by surprise. I spoke with John after the race, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I kind of messed up." And I understand what he was trying to do, but I don't fault Mark for staying in the throttle and trying to figure out a way around. So, overall, it was a move. He was trying to stop the momentum of that higher line, since we had the momentum, and it ended up causing an accident.
Yeah, it's unfortunate when you see stuff like that happen, but it's hard racing. That just shows how much these guys want it out here, that they're willing to do questionable things to try and better themselves, and sometimes it's unfortunate and hurts other drivers. But seems like you were able to recover well from that, and were able to get up to the front and ultimately get the win, man. So congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate y'all putting on this broadcast, and can't wait to watch it back.
Yeah, absolutely. That is going to conclude our first race of the season. Jonathan, that was, exciting. It had a lot of moments to where it kind of got dull, and then ones where it got exciting. You can see people working together, you can see strategy playing off, and you can see people having to kind of adjust fire to what was going on around them. But appreciate you being up here with me, helping me with this broadcast. It was really fun, and I think it was pretty exciting.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure to step in the booth with you, and of course, Damon, thank you so much. Without him, we couldn't do this. Damon is the rock star. Been sick all week and still, coming out to put on a great show for you guys, running the controls, running race controls, running all of the graphics that you see coming across the screen, and doing it all while being sick, man. I got to give Damon some high props there. Thank you so much. Again, without you, we couldn't do this. Christian, man, it's always a pleasure to be in the booth with you and call these things. Some people, it's like what Crosby said about him and Sousa. Some people just have chemistry together. They can work together off of each other and kind of pop those notes at the same time. And from the first race that I called with you, which I think was premier playoff ending at the end of season 1, it felt like we had good chemistry and able to play off of each other's thoughts very easily. So it's a pleasure to be in the booth with you tonight.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you being up here. You and I are now the full-time broadcasters for the Premier Truck Series. Really appreciate you hopping in and helping out with this, dude. You're a rock star. But everybody that watched this broadcast, we really appreciate it. Make sure that you come back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna have the next gens at Daytona. Oh, sorry, it is 7 p.m. Eastern. Join the broadcast, watch these next gen cars battle it out around Daytona again, opening weekend for that. Appreciate everybody that's been here. Thank you to Demon Broadcasting, Damon O'Brien, for producing it. And I hope everybody that watched has a wonderful evening.